Hello, everybody. Faithful Love here. Um, I'm here to do my Leo's sun sign energy only. Um, with this energy, we'll be focusing just on our our sun sign, which is if you have a sun sign in Leo, then you should read this. You should look at this reading. Sorry, you guys, I got a little tongue tied. But we'll be focusing on just our elements as far as our sun sign. Okay, well, not our elements, our zodiac signs as far as just our sun sign. So the first thing I will do is I will be reading from my Sun Oracle deck, my Zodiac Oracle deck for these two cards here. Then I will pull a wisdom card from my wisdom deck for a spirit message, and then I will be pulling. I will be doing the Thelma spread. This is a goal setting reading for things that you need to do to set goals on whatever it is that you want to achieve, okay, in your goals. Just for your sign on your moon, your sun sign in Leo. Okay, so if you were born in the sun sign of Leo, which would be July 23rd to August 22nd, this message is for you. Okay, I will be using the Thelma Tarot decks for the six spread goal setting Thelma spread that I will be doing. I will be pulling six cards, which the sixth card, the first card will represent what it is, what goals should you work on right now. The second card is what will help you on the journey of achieving that goal. The third card is what emotions can help cultivate um, this these to achieve the goals. The fourth card is what should you leave behind to achieve the goal, and the fifth card is the what's the first step I need to take into achieving the goals. Okay, and then the sixth card is the outcome. If you put the spread into perspective, um, meaning that if you implement all five things in the spread, the outcome of whatever it is that you will be doing to achieve this goal. Okay. Um, Basically, my focus right now is to help you in your sun sign, your general energy of whatever it is that you need to do to continue to achieve your goals, okay? And move forward and keep going forward in a positive way. The first thing I want to do is I want to start out with the prayer, which I always do. Um, I want to pray over all the cards that I'm going to be using in this spread, and then I'll go ahead and get started on the reading, okay? Okay. Spirit, on your trustworthy messages, please come. The strength to achieve these goals and the ability to embrace that as purpose to achieving these goals, especially give us the wisdom that we need and understanding of what we need to achieve these goals. Please enjoy this reading. Please look at this with and please just enjoy this so we can focus in the right direction. Okay, so all the cards are prayed over. So with the Sun card in Leo, I'll start with that first, which is my Zodiac Oracle deck, which is the Sun card. And the Sun card represents the Sun is strongly associated with your birthday, the day you came into being, and represents the need to express your sense of self. Okay. Other issues involve variations of this card, such as we're focusing more on your self-image, your self-esteem, your individuality, your identity, and your personal creativity. Okay, um, basically in with this sun sign. Okay, so those were the focuses that we would need for the sign in Leo. Um, the signs that I will be reading for is Leo, and you guys are a fire sign, and you're fixed. And the key phrase is "I will." Okay, you guys represent strength as well. With the Leo card, you should be born July 23rd to August 22nd. Um, this card represents the passionate energy of fire gives life to the fixed focus quality and says, remember your serenity. Express your natural leadership qualities. This is no time to be shy, but instead accept the spotlight. The key phrase is, I will. Say it all. Your will shall be done because you will make it happen. Ask yourself, how can I shine? Gather all your courage and confidence and create your reality. The Leo's energy is all about confidence and taking your rightful place as king in the jungle, king of the jungle. But you are not really the boss of anyone else, and you are not infallible. Avoid ignorance. Okay, arrogance. Okay, so with the Leo's card, so a lot of you guys, your energy is very confident, and you want to. A lot of times, you guys want to establish the area of being the king and queen of your jungle. Um, but what spirit is telling you to be careful with and to avoid is arrogancy. Okay, a lot of Leos can be very arrogant because you're very passionate and your energy is very fiery. So a lot of you guys may come off as arrogant. This is from what Spirit is saying here in this zodiac oracle deck. Okay, so just avoid arrogancy. All right, I don't know who that message is for, or anyone that may, that's a message from Spirit that he needs you guys to focus on. Okay, focus on having the passion and being strong and moving forward, but don't be too bossy, and just don't be too bossy. Recognize your strength, your passion, and your strength. You guys are already a fiery sign, so just avoid arrogancy. Okay. The next card I'm going to pull is going to be from the Wisdom deck. This is another message from Spirit, which is from the Power deck of Wisdom. Okay, with this card, we'll pull one card, and it'll give us insight on what it is that Spirit wants us to know, what it is that we might need to work on, or what it is that we may be feeling inside as well. And Spirit would like to give you a message to try to overcome that. Okay, and then after we do that, we'll go into our tarot cards. Okay. Right, Spirit, please give me messages. These cards are huge. So what I will do is I will pull from the top. Truth that's going to be coming out in situations. Use your vision. Focus. Some of you guys need to nurture yourself. Eat healthy. Strength. Your own card came out. Okay. Gather the strength that you need, but avoid being arrogant. Okay. And perfectionist. certain situations. Use your imagination as well. Aspirations. Be an aspiration to someone. Innocence. You guys need to go within your silent, sacred place and silence some of your thoughts as well. Use your individuality in situations, but mainly focus. Okay, focus on the silence because you'll find truth in the situation when you focus on the silence. All right. All right. Essence. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Truth. Unless you guys seen it. Truth. All right. All right. With the essence part, it states that life is a school that we move and graduate through, learning many things as we cloak ourselves in environmental knowledge. You are on the warrior path towards enlightenment, and one day you will peel away the accumulated knowledge that, like layers of onions, moving back into the source of your power. You're contemplating in a Zen garden, you find that when contemplating a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. We come into this earth walking as a piece of smashed mirrors, every one of us reflecting the light of our God. The experience of life is the process of piercing together these scrambled fragments into one great medallion, and that reflects back the one source of all beings. At the center of a cyclone, we sit at the one point of stillness and pandemonium of life, calculating madly around us. Choose equilibrium, not frenzy. Live life from your center. The essence of you and the essence of the universe, primarily moving force, are one. Okay? So basically, Spirit wants you to choose equilibrium and not frenzy in your life. Live life from your center. Okay? The essence of you and the essence of the universe, primarily moving forces, are one. So work with the universe and experience life and processing, piercing together these scrambled fragments that are like broken all apart like a broken mirror. Um, into one great medallion, okay, that reflects back into one source of all being, of who you are. Okay, at the center, of a cyclone, we sit at one point of stillness and pandemonium of life, calculating madly around us. Okay, so a lot of us, it may feel like that. It may feel like it's just all kinds of broken glass everywhere. So what Spirit wants you to do is to gather it all together and reflect back on that one great thing and make it a one great medallion. Okay, grab it all together and mold it all together. Okay, choose equilibrium, not frenzy. So it may be a few things that may be like scattered all over the place, like thoughts. It could be thoughts, it could be anything, it could be a lot of things that's going on. Remember, we are life is like school. Okay, we're moving to graduate through it. We're learning many things. Okay, as we call ourselves an environment of knowledge. A lot of these things are just your environment that you are around. So what Spirit wants you to do is to just gather all of the fragments into one great medallion. Okay, so just gather everything into and mold it to be one great beautiful medallion essence. Okay, the essence of you and the essence of the universe. So basically, bring yourself in the universe and move forth as one. Okay? That's what he wants you to do. All right. So now I'm going to pull the the cards that the 6 cards that I was telling you about as far as setting goals. The first one would be what you need to do right now to achieve this goal. The second one is the second card that I will pull. The second card what I will pull is sorry, I keep looking at this one. The second card I will pull what helps you on the journey, what will help. The third card is your emotions. The fourth card is what you need to leave behind. The fifth card that I will pull is what's the first step you need to take. The sixth card would be the outcome of the whole situation once you implement the 5 cards that we pulled before. Okay. Um, so let's get started. Okay. What is the devil doing right now? What is the devil doing right now in achieving his goals? First card fell out is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Our second card is what will help. This is the help. What will help us achieve these goals? What will help us achieve what it is that we need to focus on right now? All right, we got the World card, and we got the 9 of Swords. That's what will help us. All right. Here, what emotions do we need to cultivate to achieve these goals? The 10 of Swords. These are the emotions that we need to cultivate. Betrayal, stabbing people in the back. This is what we need to leave behind. Death, darkness. What's the first step we need to take? Knight of Cups is the first step we need to take. What's the outcome? Spirit, what's the outcome? Spirit, what's the outcome? Okay. The outcome is we pull the Hermit card, which fell out first, and then the Ace Queen of Cups fell out second. All right. High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. Intuition. Some of you guys need to use your intuition, or you need to let your intuition guide you, or you are around an intuitive person. Someone who's very intuitive. Okay. Come on. All right, Leos. Take a drink and we'll get started. So the first card we pull is our 10 of Pentacles. And our 10 of Pentacles in this deck is wealth. You know, what we need to focus on right now. And our focus right now with our 10 of Pentacles is wealth. We need to focus on our wealth, our money, our family, things that bring us money. Sorry. What's going on with me? All right, here we go. The world hosts our creation. What we build could last a long time or be swept away. Will it be what we build can last a long time? What we need to be focused on right now is what we built. Do we want it to last a long time, or do we want it to be swept away? We will live our legacy. What will our legacy be? So basically, what Spirit is asking you and what you need to do right now is focus on what it is that you want your legacy to be. And arcway frames an imagine of the earth hovering in space. 10 pinnacles from a pattern symbol of his family appears around a region of those horses. Where is it a horse? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. That's the okay. Sorry. Um, the Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, I am so sorry, Leos. Okay, 10 Pentacles from a pattern of the Quabalistic tree of life on the top of it. This is the card of absolute material wealth and the card that signifies that everything was made for a reason. It has a purpose and a container. The 10 Pentacles in each position reflect one of the 10 Pentacles, 10 Sephiroths of the tree of life. The top Pentacles reaches outwards in all that is spiritual, while the coins near the bottom reflect the physical manifestation of everything that you can taste, see, touch, smell, and hear. The earth as a planet symbolizes the manifested dreams of creation of our world. It is the only one that contains life. The archway reminds us to honor and respect this design. For it was set with purpose and intent. Okay, so what you need to be focusing on right now is abundance, wealth, and good things to enjoy because they're here. Okay, you guys need to enjoy the here and now. Okay, it's yours. All right. So your goals are complete. You guys need to focus on abundance, your money. Okay, that's what Leos are needing to focus on. The second position, which is what helps us on this journey, which we pulled, was the World card in the Nine of Swords. And the World card represented in this deck is I dance in the music of our creation. Listen, can you hear it? The woman on this card dances in the sounds of the universe. Her face shows the sign of ecstatic movement, where she is not in control but allows what she experiences to pull her along. Four creatures appear in one of each corner of the card: a bird, a turtle, a horn of a cow, and a fierce mouth of a lion. The bird represents the force of air, and the turtle symbolizes the force of water. The horn stands for the force of earth, and the mouth stands for the power of fire. The purple cloth covering the woman suggests that the spiritual power and connection to the will of the divine. Okay, so what will help you on this journey is integration, enjoying the whole experience, and moving to the call of a higher sound. Okay, so basically, this is moving to a call of the higher, connecting with the divine. Okay, divine will help you on this journey. All right, creation. Listen. So, what will help you on this journey is if you open up and listen to the divine sending you messages. Okay, to move forward. The other card you pulled was the Nine of Swords. Okay, Nine of Swords in this deck represents What will help you in this and on this journey is if you were to stop worrying and allow the unknown to come in and help you guys. Don't worry about the what ifs. Because they will take over. Okay, you start worrying about the what ifs and all of that, then it will block what it is that the divine is trying to send your way to help you. Okay, so avoid nightmares, worries, allowing the unknown of what is to take over and become real. Okay, so a lot of you guys are in your head and you having nightmares. Avoid that. Okay, avoid that. Things that have you all up in your head and make you feel like, okay, they give you worry. Avoid worrying so much. Okay, let go of that energy and just submit to the divine, submit to a higher power, submit to a higher knowing of things coming your way, of what it is that will help you. Okay, divine will help you. No more worrying. Okay, get out of that energy. No more worrying. The next card is the Ten of Swords, and this is your emotions. Some of you guys may feel betrayed or stabbed in the back. Okay, um, in situations. Avoid allowing that to happen. Avoid that. The ten of um, put an end to hopelessness, surrendering to the inevitable. Put it into ruin. Okay, put it into it. Okay, your emotions. I'm feeling the weight pressing down, but I am not dead yet. Do I have it in me to remove these swords and stand up? Yes, you do. Okay, a woman wearing white sits collapsed on her knees. 10 swords hover over her, suggesting that her end is near. Her head is bowed, and there are black flowers seated all around her. The water behind her crashes up against the rocks, but there is a light shining down on her and the swords. The white of the gown suggests that purity of her intentions. The black rose that binds her hair suggests her impending death. Impending death, mourning, and the regret of incomplete life. The flowers that circle her also gives the impression that she is in regret of not having lived a full life. The wave crashes over the rock, suggesting that there is still a determination to carry on, to live and experience the joy of the world. Okay? A lot of you guys' emotions feel like this. Some of you guys feel regretful, um, and you guys are just feel hopeless. Okay? What your emotions that's cultivating this is you feeling this way. Okay? And what you need to leave behind is the death card. You pull the death card. Some of you guys feel like you can't move on, and you can. Okay, there will be, a situation that will come to an end, but you have to end all of that to get out of that energy to move forward. Okay, what you call life is only beginning is the beginning of your journey. Okay, your spirit has more to learn. A cult fear stands at the gate in eternity. He does not block the path but appears open for receiving. The foreign ground of the imagery looking dark suggests that the end is near. The background is light, suggesting that a new life awaits. Okay? What you guys need to leave behind is this darkness. Leave that darkness behind. Okay? Leave it back there. Leave it there. Okay? Um, the black cloth represents the unknown, what we fear. Leave fear behind. A white horse then is a guide in a way to cross over the threshold into a new life. You guys have a new life coming about. No more betrayal, no more feeling stabbed in the back or regret or anything because it's a death to that situation. We're not putting that to bed. We're putting all that darkness behind us and we're moving forward. Um, the scorpion is a hard bagger of death and it also connects this card to a logical sign of Scorpio. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Scorpio. The bones beneath the form suggest that one needs to cast of their physical form before moving on. Okay, so some of you guys need to leave the darkness behind and form into a new person. Okay, transformation, both physical and spiritual death. Report rebirth from another. Okay, some of you guys um, need to be reborn again. Okay, you need to leave behind the darkness and come into the new. Okay, that's what you need to leave behind. Um, the fifth card is that we pull is what's the step that we need to take? What's the first step that we need to take in this situation to move forward in our goals? The Knight of Cups is what you pull for your fifth card. Um, the first step you need to take, fighting for what you are passionate about. The first, you need to fight for what you're passionate about. Attain your heart's desires. Begin being enthusiastic. Okay, so some of you guys need the Knight of Cups wears the blue armor and sits on his horse. He holds a gold chalice and looks to where he is going. There are more clouds in the background, and the horse is adored with the cloth of his fish decorated on it. The horse seems to struggle against the wheels of its rider for a while it looks to the side. The rider stares straight ahead. The knight armor suggests that he is a warrior with great responsibility. There is a patch of red on his shoulder suggesting that while he fights for the emotions, he is quick to anger. Okay, the blue is a goldfish. The blue and gold fish printed connects the card to water and to the circle of life. Okay, so what it is, your first step that you need to take is fighting for. Some of you guys need to fight for what you want and that you have passionate about. Attain your heart's desires. Okay, go for it. Be enthusiastic. Okay, about a situation, about your goals. And the outcome, which card you pulled was the Hermit. And then you also pulled the Queen of Cups. Okay. Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio. You got Scorpio twice. You got the Earth sign twice. You have Aries, Leo, not Aries, Leo. You have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well. And you have Scorpio, Capricorn. Scorpio. I'm messing it all up. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you have two water signs, or three, and it could be a strong Scorpio. You have strong Scorpio energy here. You can either have this in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone of that nature. You have Virgo here. You have Earth as well. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Earth sign, specifically Virgo. Um, but the Hermit card that we pulled is insight, the light. This is the outcome. Okay, this is the outcome of the card. This is the outcome of the situation. Okay, and the hermit card represents philosophy, wisdom. You will gain wisdom. You will gain. You will seek answers from within once you once you you go for your deepest desires and you focus on your goals and what it is that you want, and be passionate about it. You can you fight for your passion. Okay, fight and being passionate. Once you focus on that, you will gain. You seek answers from within. Um, you will wander this path alone as well. Perhaps preparing yourself to help others. Some of you guys, this goal is preparing and helping others. I shine my light to see this path that I am on, and it also shines away from others who seek my wisdom. The hermit is alone, and he stands at the opening of a cave, shining his light out to the world. This suggested that while he content and focused on what he is doing alone, he that he does not worry about doing it in secret. A slippery foot peeks out of his blue robe, suggesting that dedicated movement. The hermit represents inner knowledge and the wisdom that comes from spending time to look into a dark corners of what makes us. The cave represents the depths of a psyche. The blue rose suggested that the spiritual nature of our path and golden lantern shines the light into it. Inside the lantern is a star which has connection to the Star of David, philosophy, wisdom, seeking within from answers, wandering the path alone, preparing yourself to help others. Okay, so this is the outcome. Some of you guys help others. Some of you guys are, you guys are gaining knowledge because you're being passionate about what it is that you want to do and your desires, and you're following through with it, and it's shining through. That's the outcome. The next card we got was the Queen of Cups. This could be an energy that Spirit wants you to stand in. This is also another card that clarified the a Hermit card, and the that suggests this is use your instincts, follow your instincts, learn to control your emotions that swivel within, balance yourself, balance your moves. Okay. um Scarring and reflecting on what it is you're passionate about. Okay, some of you guys are empaths, or you could be dealing with the empath, or you could be dealing with the a Scorpio, or a Cancer, or a Pisces as well. The Queen of Cups wears a long flowing gown. Her crown is made of seashells and pearls that dangle and glow. She gently cradles the cup in her hand and gazes deep into it. Fish swim in the dark waters around her, and the water lily floats in front of her. An imaginary fish tail comes out of the wall behind her, curling around and becoming more solid as it moves up the pillar. The crown on her head suggests its illumination and insight. The whirling waters in the cup reflect the swirling emotions that play out of in the queen. She cares deeply about things and has not yet mastered her control. The fish in the water swims around her feet, suggesting her connections to life is fertile. Okay. The lily suggests purity and a deep connection to a spiritual world. Okay. Some of you guys are deeply connected to the spiritual world, or you are around this woman that's deeply connected to the spiritual world. Okay. And she can either have this in her chart, or she could be this person, or you can have it in your chart as well. But what Spirit is asking you to do is, you do have it all here. You have the Ten of Pentacles. So what you need to do is just get a better knowledge of power with seeking the inner knowing and seeking a higher power. Okay, and letting it flow. Get out of your head. Stop worrying about things that you can't control. Betrayal, things like this. We're getting rid of this. This is no longer going to be in your way. You have the death card, which is death to the stabbing in the back. Okay, some of you guys are moving out of the dark into the light. You're having a new beginning. You're getting rid of the dark side of you, and you're becoming rebirth. You're being renewed into a newer person. um, you're focusing on the Knight of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. Sorry. The Knight of Cups is you're fighting for your passion. You're fighting for what it is that you're passionate about. You're attaining your heart's desire, and you're being enthusiastic with it. Okay. Um, some of you guys are seeking wisdom from a higher knowing. Some of you guys are going at this alone. Some of you guys are here. The outcome is helping others and seeking a higher knowing and knowledge within. Okay. Um, the Queen of Cups actually is empath. You guys are going with your using your instincts. You're learning to control your emotions that swirl within you. You're balancing your moods, okay, and you're reflecting on this situation, okay. Okay, Leos, that's all I have for you guys. So basically, what Spirit wants you guys to do is just gather the strength to continue to keep that Ten of Pentacles, to keep that wealth. In order to be wealthy, and what you need to focus on right now is your wealth, okay, and your money, your well-being. You know, just focus on that. Use essence, okay. Essence is your combine them together. Choose equilibrium, not frenzy. Um, Experience life process piercing together those scrambled fragments into one great medallion that reflects back the one source of all being. Okay, so just essence is what he wants you to do. Just reflect um, on the things that's bringing the universe in essence together as into one. Okay, remember, life is a school that we move from and we graduate through, learning many things. Okay, especially things from the environment. Okay, and just moving through and for that. You are on a warrior path, okay, to enlightenment. Some of you guys are going to be enlightened by a whole lot of things. Okay, and it has a lot to do with, your goals and using the understanding a higher power. Okay, all right. Well, that's all I have for my Leos. Remember, this is for my Leo sun signs only. If you are a Leo and it's your sun sign, this message is for you. And this is for goal setting. If you have any questions, please place them in the comment section over to the at the bottom. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for coming out. Thank you guys for even stopping by and looking at the video. I really appreciate it. You guys, I hope all is well, and I hope I was able to help a few people out with any questions or any advice that they may have need. This is from for May the 21st all the way to the 31st. But like they always say, this messages can apply at any time. Okay. Thank you. Hope you guys have a wonderful night.